consequences of the disqualification, i.e., termination of the membership of a house, it would be appropriate that the directions or whip which results in disqualification under paragraph 21b is so worded as to clearly indicate that voting or abstaining from voting contrary to the said direction would result in incurring the disqualification under paragraph 21b of the 10th schedule, so that the member concerned has foreknowledge of the consequences following from the conduct in voting or abstaining from voting contrary to such a direction. A perusal of the whip dated 2nd June 2022 shows that the whip dated 2nd June 2022 does not contain any words which would indicate that the said whip, if not allowed, would result in the disqualification. Thus, on this count as well, petitioner's case that the respondents were liable to be disqualified for violation of the whip dated 2nd June 2022 must be rejected. At this juncture, I intend to look into respondent submission that a whip cannot be issued in an election to the post of speakers has to be considered, even though the learned counsel for the petitioner submitted that in normal course of events, no whip is issued for the election of the post of the speaker, but he submitted that the election held on 3rd July 2022 was not in normal course, but it was crucial event linked to the sustenance of the government. Petitioner further submitted that in any election where a candidate has been set up by the political party, then in that case, the directions of the political party are binding on the legislator in important elections. At the outset itself, I must state that the record that the petitioner's submission that in a speaker's election, candidates are set up by a political party is factually wrong. As a convention, the candidates are not usually seen as candidates set up by political party. In the present case also, Sri Rajan Salvi was not set up as a candidate of Shivsena, but his notice of nomination was moved by a legislator affiliated to the NCP and seconded by legislator affiliated to the INC. This clearly indicates that candidates for the election of speaker are not set up by political parties. In view of the same, the petitioner's own submission, a whip could not have been issued in the election of a speaker as the candidate was not set up by any political party. In view of my conclusions and findings recorded herein above, petition number 19 of 2022 is hereby dismissed. Petition number Group 6, which consists of petition number 21, again filed by a legislator belonging to the UBT faction under 2(1)(b) for defiance of whip issued during the confidence motion. I will only read the operative part and you can refer to the judgment for the details. The preliminary issue has already been decided in the previous orders, so that will apply to this as well. In view of my conclusions and findings recorded herein above, petition number 21 of 2022 is hereby dismissed. Now we shall deal with Group 5, being petition number 22 to 24, which have been filed by legislator belonging to the Shinde faction under paragraph 2(1)(a) and paragraph 2(1)(b) of the 10th schedule of the Constitution of India. Again, here I am not dealing with the preliminary issue which has already been ruled in the previous order. So I will directly go. Disqualification petition number 20 and 22 to 34 of 2022 has been filed by the petitioner Shri Bharat Gogawale against Shri Nitin Chandrakant Deshmukh and 13 other members of the 14th Maharashtra Legislative Assembly under paragraph 2(1)(a) and paragraph 2(1)(b) of the 10th schedule of the Constitution, inter alia on the following grounds: that A. Respondents have by their conduct voluntarily given up their membership of the SSLP, and 2. Respondents have voted against the whip issued on 3rd July 2022, wherein all members of the SSLP were issued directions to vote in favor of the confidence motion held on 4th July 2022. I'll straight away go to my analysis, observations, and findings. The issue as to which faction was the real political party when the rival factions emerged and who was the duly authorized whip and the leader has been extensively discussed and decided in disqualification petition 1 to 16, group number 1. Since the genesis of both this group and the said group is the same, the preliminary issue is common. Thus, the said decision on preliminary issue decided in disqualification petition number 1 to 16 of 2022 be read as the decision hereunder. Petitioner has contended